Hi everybody, Heidi here, your Yorkshire crafter again. How are you today? How are you doing? I'm having a really good day today. Very nice emails I've had today. Enough said. Right, yes, it's already July today. Wait a minute, I've got tab in front of me, I'll tell you. I don't know if it's the first or second today. Tab's upside down. It's the first. It's July. Can you believe it? I'm so glad we're only having one holiday this year, because it'd be like now, normally. June, yeah, normally June, and then August. So, no, I'm really glad it's only one this year. It's too much. Heidi doesn't like leaving the house. Right. I just thought to myself, I got this out, and I thought, I'm using an awful lot of this. So I just bought another 4 lots. Oh, excuse me. Yes, I've had my drink of pop. I tell you, normally when I put it in the links and what have you, it's normally between 15 and 17, and it should be 21. But the link at the moment is £10.60. It's an absolute bargain, so I'll put it in again. I'll always put it in, because I will never ever use anything else again. It's the best for me. So that's what I'll carry on using. Hot pressed. So there we go. I've already cut what we're using. So I've used my Hero Arts Infinity dies. I was thinking about these, you know. If you're that person, like me, who likes to make frames with me dies, because there ain't no way that I'm cutting that and then trying to cut that. It's just not happening. So if you're that person that likes to cut frames, obviously that's cut like that. Well, if you buy well, it's not all of them. Nesting dies don't all fit like this, you know, that close. So that give you a tiny frame. And to me, some of the nesting dies I've got, you'll get that kind of frame, or that kind of frame. But the Infinity dies are always the ones that are really close together, if that makes sense. So you get some absolutely belting little frames, really thin, delicate ones. So I don't have a link for them. It's just, I couldn't even tell you how much they are. I've had them a long time. So I got mine from Bumbleberries. I say probably one of, well, it will be first set of Infinity dies I ever bought, and the most used. Yeah, they're absolutely brilliant. Also, I'm going to put a link in. People were asking me about magnets. There's only Magina K dies that come with a magnet, and they're fantastic magnets what hers come on. They're absolutely belting. They're really thick. You can't bend them. But I use these. I just cut them down into what I need them. They're flimsy, but they go in my packet. Put my dies on. I'm not spending a fortune on something that I'm just sticking a die on. So I keep all little bits. But I think I get 10 in a pack. Yeah, I'll have to order some more soon. But that's all I do. I know somebody were asking. I can't remember who it was. I'm sorry. But yeah, couldn't tell you how much they are either. I'll let you know. I don't think they're dear, because I don't buy dear, do I? We know what I'm like. They say we're tight in Yorkshire. Right, so today it's quick and easy, actually, to be fair. There's just one bit that might go wrong. We're using this. I don't even know what you call it, apart from it's a paper cutter. I do know it comes with extra blades. Oh, I'm using it because I'm struggling to cut and what have you. So I've never changed blade yet. I use it quite often, I suppose. Yeah, I suppose I do. Right, I'm going to move that wipe out of the way because it's wet. Right, so I'll show you the bit we're going to get stuck on when we get to it. I'll forewarn you because you'll see me go, oh dear, that one's going in the bin. It's only gone wrong once, but it's because I can't put no pressure with my hand. Right, let's do it. Here we go. We're using peacock feathers, picked raspberry, and squeezed lemonade. Now I'm doing 2 circle panels. Do you know, I've just cut 2 more because I couldn't find the other 2. They're all here, look. Oh, never mind, do more cards, can't I? So we're doing 2 of these, and we're doing 2 squares. There's 3 of them, I know. And these are cut just 2 notches below 5 inches. I don't know what they're called, but 2 notches below 5. If you know anything about me, you know I don't do numbers. So there you go. But we're going to do the same thing on all of them. So I will keep wiping it because I don't want it to go muddy. So it's easy enough. It's a dead easy process what we're doing. Dead easy. We'll give it a spray. That's just gone everywhere. I start with yellow. I always do for some reason. I start with the yellow. Pick up a bit of that. I'll pick up some of that. And I like what we've done. So I'm going to dry that off. You can go in with more colours once you've dried it off. I need to get a bit of... I'll just do that for now, but I'll get a piece off in a minute. Yeah, you can keep going in and topping it up and what have you, but I don't need to. I know what I want. I'm just dabbing them really wet bits off so they'll dry quicker. I can't believe it's July, honestly. But apart from you guys, who I've already sent the cards out to, birthday cards and what have you, I don't have any more in July. You know, family ones are out. I don't, do I? I don't think so. Do next month. Next month's, I've got Ashley, my son, who we call Scooby. Eden, little Eden, who'll be 3. Who else have we got? I don't know. That might be it actually. Rather than waste it, I think I'm going to just chuck some at the sides of these, and then I'll wipe it up for the next 2. It doesn't half spray out when you do that. Again, I'm coming in with yellow first. Then I'm going to go green this time. Ooh, I like that. That'll do really well for what we're going to do with it. Now these are already cut to size, so they ain't going down any further. I'll tell you what I do like about this paper and all. It dries super quick. Just tap that off. That's lovely. So you can't go wrong with these, can you? So these 2 panels are probably going to be the ones that match together. This is the more seen one. But there's a reason why I wanted the quite separate. But that's perfect as well for the, it's going on the inside. So I'm going to clean this up while we do other two panels. Just because it will get extremely muddy. I could have smushed it with different card and what have you. But it's not what I want for these ones. This is, I made my own from Hobby Lobby. You know the big things you get in the back of your stamps? I just, what do you call it, laminated it. So I use that normally. But I needed bigger space. And this is $3.99, I'm going to say. Woodware. Is it wood? Yeah, woodware. It's ideal. See, you could see the colour from underneath it. It's not green already, not yellow already, it's green. So we'll get as much up of that as we can before that disappears. That went all over my fingers, yuck. We'll put some more of that down there. Let's go with that. Right. Ideally, I would have liked a bit more yellow, but it's fine. It'll do what it's doing. Just putting it on the kitchen towel to get them drips off. I'm hoping this goes out before then, so I'm going to tell you now then. 16th, 17th of July, I think, is Prime. So I'm going to spend 2 days solid of uploading things that I find that are going to be useful to us. You know, bargains. I'm not just going to upload them for the sake of it. I'll upload normal, like we would the card, like we've just looked at. Stuff like that I'll still upload. But I'm going to go on the hunt for some real bargain stuff. See what we can get. Might not even find any. I don't know what they do on for craft stuff on Prime. But do you know what? It's worth a go, isn't it? You never know. Right, let's go big yellow. Yes. A bit of peacock feathers. Come in with some of this. Yes. Gives us as purple. Take a bit more yellow there. And I think that will do. Just try to get that bit before it decides to go muddy. I think that looks alright, that. Nice mixture. The stamping's plain and simple. It's literally one stamp on each card. Now, I have shown these to 2 people. One says great for kids, and the other says absolutely not. It's something she would send her friends, and this lady is over 40-year-old. So I suppose as an adult, depends what you're into. It's got to do on it, really. I like that one. There's a lot of nice colour in there. That really does fit with the one we've just done for it. Perfect. Right, all done. Let's clean it off. Three weeks today, and I can have it taken off. Well, they'll take it off and give me another x-ray and see if it's mended or still broken. But oh, I've been in pain. I've really been in pain. I hurt myself. My door for going outside, they're all done now. For some reason, all of a sudden it's just gone right stiff. And you go to open it. Well, I didn't. I went to open it with this hand and I pushed down. And the pain where I broke it here, it was excruciating. Honestly, it were awful. But it's done. There's nothing I can do about it. So I'm hoping that I've not done it any damage. Right, we're using a stamp wheel. I wonder if I can... No. I wonder if I can stamp both at the same time. So we're using Visible Image. Now I've had these two stamps a while now and not known what to do with them. This one I was desperate for, so I've had a play and messed about and what have you, but today I finally liked what I did. But yeah, I've had it a while. This one's called Enchanted Fairy and this one's Magical Unicorn. They're absolutely belting stamps. I'd not heard of them actually until I bought that one. Right, first of all, the reason why I wanted these separate was for the unicorn's hair. So, let me just look. Yeah, I'll go with this one. Let's do the unicorn first. I wanted the unicorn's hair to have a bit more colour in it. So I stamped this today for the first time. Oh, I've just realised something that I've done and all. I've done a practice of this. I've totally not even thought about what I were doing. I've stuck it on the card with the unicorn facing up instead of facing that way. How daft is that? Why have I done that? So, because I want a bit of each colour in, I'm going to go here. That'll do. I can't believe what I've done. See. Well, the people I've shown it to, nobody said it to me, have they? And it's permanently stuck down and all. And I've shown it little Eden and she went, unicorn, my unicorn. So, little Eden can have it. Now then, I should have thought on, I knew I was coming up to film this. And both my ink pads need re-inking. I must do an awful lot of stamping. They constantly want re-inking. Using my Scooby tool, which my little boy made me. My little boy who is now 34-year-old next month. Wow. Can't believe that. Try another ink pad as well, because between them we might get a bit of ink, might we? Does anybody shop at Prime? You know, when they do the shop online, I mean, on Prime days. When I used to buy Uggins and Uggins and Uggins of presents for my kids for Christmas. I'm talking when they're adults. I'm talking a few years ago, before I gave up work. Used to spend a fortune. Ring doorbells, tool kits, anything electrical. Honestly, I used to buy everything. That looks pretty well stamped to me. It looked good on that background. You wouldn't expect no else from a unicorn, would you? Yeah, I used to spend a lot on Prime, but I also saved for it. It were I'd save from one Prime to the next, so hopefully I could get all my Christmas shopping done. And apart from buying for little ones, I got it all adults done, so it was great. And I didn't feel like it would cost me out because I'd saved up for it. So yeah, I do like a bargain. I don't like us being ripped off. Right, we'll put that in there. Sort that out in a bit. Now we'll come to the other one. This is amazing stamped. Oh, I need to stop pulling with my wrist. Now then, it's where do I want to put my colour? I'd like to have seen a bit more yellow in it actually. So if I do it like that, I've got a bit of yellow in this wing. Yeah. That'll do. Let's get some ink on it. It's quite a big stamp to be fair, isn't it? Hands up how many of you have not heard of Visible Image. I tell you what they do now, they do some belting stencils, and we know I like a stencil. I just got a thing about stencils. I've got so many that I don't use as well. But I'm liking all these new ones that are coming out from different companies. Because I've started buying, you know, different brands. And I've seen some different stuff. It's been really nice. I will tell you one thing. We had, I don't know what it is yet because I haven't received it yet, but we've had another giveaway given for lives. I don't know how many items, I don't know how many things or anything. Just had a nice email about it, so that's something for us all to look forward to, including me. Now, I haven't contacted this company, Visible Image, but I think I will, you know. They've got some nice stamps. One more, I think. Just, you know, like here on the belly, it's on the belly. The fairies have bellies. Not what I call a belly. This should be enough. Now, I did want to clear emboss both things, but then sometimes you lose a bit of your picture. You know, it's not as defined when you put the embossing on it. And I want to come in with a couple of pens there. And I thought you'd lose this right in here if I did it there. And I don't want to take out away from it. It's just beautiful. Still using the stamp cleaner that we're all making. It's still doing the rounds, isn't it? I must admit, it's the best. And it doesn't smell toxic like all the ones that we'd all tried when we bought them. So that was a good one to come up with, I think. Well, I mean, I've done it a while. Excuse me. What I mean is, it's really good one to show you guys. I've got something else to show you now, but just give me a minute. When my daughter came today, she says, "Mum, what do you think about dropping a hint to Dad to vacuum stairs at weekend?" And I felt a bit rubbish, really, because I back my stairs every single weekend, every Sunday. It's the first thing I do when Andy goes shopping. I back the stairs, and then when I get to, because we live down here, then our bedroom's here, in the bathroom, and then you come up another level, and you've got the kiddies' bedrooms, and my craft room. So it's like 2 flights. But for the last 2 weeks, I haven't been able to do it. So I felt a bit rubbish, and I said I'm not asking Dad to do it, no. I mean, he does it all cooking, he's even having to wash up and everything. We're not posh, we don't have a dishwasher. Can't afford all that. Not if I want to buy craft as well. So, no, we don't have a lot of money. We don't splash out. We use what we've got for what we need. Like everybody. So I said, no, he's doing enough. So somehow this weekend I'll manage, I'll do it. But I'll have to wait till he's gone out, because he will go crazy if he knows I'm going to vac the stairs. I vac the room every day still, but I have to lift this hand with the vac to vac the stairs, if you know what I mean. Right, are you ready for this? Everybody's loving this, aren't they? One of the best things, especially while I'm struggling like this. So, I'm not telling you this is going to go right. What I want, so that's the biggest of my infinity dies. So I want to go just a tiny bit bigger. And I ain't doing it with a knife because it ain't going to be a circle. So what I've done, I don't know how this works in measurements. What I do know is I've done one. It was a bit big, so I've pushed it in a little bit. And now it's going to be good in it and tell me it's doing it right size. So you've got a little guard. And it just goes back over your blade and back off your blade. So that's pretty cool, that. So I might use this totally different to everybody else, but I'm taking it as nearest to the card as I can get it. This is self-healing cutting mat, but I'm using it for blending at the moment so I can keep moving round. So fingers crossed. I'm putting a bit of pressure here. Not much, this is what I'm saying, because my hand's not working. And I'm just gonna do the best I can do with my hand. See, even that's hurting me. I tell you, Andy will go mad if he knows I'm using my hand. Ha ha, it worked. Now's the test. Please. That'll do. And I like to, mind you, yeah, I like things like just like that much gap at the end. But I think, yeah, I think that'll work. It'll be all right. So, the test is, I want another one. It is pretty cool. And it's cheap. See, that's written paper a little bit. This is different card from other one. I wonder if that makes a difference. There you go. That's what I did with the other one. So I've done that wrong. Don't know, I felt it move, so that was my fault. Told you we'd have an accident, didn't I? And the card feels different. Right, let me grab another purple. So that pink card that I've just used, that was Lawn Fawn. So this is Gina K. This is heavyweight, the other one's lightweight. I wonder if that's the difference. Don't worry, the other one won't go to waste, not at all. Let's try it again on heavyweight then. Oh, it might have just been me moving it, because that's worked fine. How cool is that? Right, I'm just going to put this back over where it goes. Yay, I'm happy with that. Let's put that back on, otherwise we know I'm going to lose it. There you go. That's it done. and it's away. Right you are. So what I've done here, I've cut 2 bases and they're both 5x5. And what we're going to do is at 2.5, I'm going to open it out at 2.5, we're going to score both of them. There we go. Hold on. I'll just move this a minute. I might be using it, I don't know. And we're going to fold in. That's the kind of card we're going to have. So wherever you put the crease and you've got the mountain, that's the valley, that's the mountain. Wherever the mountain is, I know it sounds silly because you think it'd bend that way. You bend into the mountain. Always. You go other way, you're going to crack your card as well. Right. So, this is learning my lesson, you see now. This piece here, this circle is going to come up here. And it's going to sit just like that. So, on this bit round here, I did some on the other one and it were a bit overboard. So this time, I'm just going to take a little bit of this. Where's my quickie glue pen? I'm going to use the quickie glue pen. Let me make sure it's flowing. Is it flowing? Yep, it's flowing. And all I'm going to do, I'm not doing out special because it's going to be covered up a lot of it. I'm just going to draw around some outlines. If it colours it in, it colours it in. I'm not worried. I just want a few markings. In fact, some of them will look better coloured in anyway. So I know it's going to come down here. So I know I don't need to do that big one there. I'll have a bit of this one. And we'll have a bit of this. I want to do it with quickie glue pen because I want to put a bit of file on it. And I think I'm going to put a few dots in the middle of that. So that side, to me that's enough. So this side, I don't want to touch that. Let's do a bit of this. It's just something different, innit? And if I have to add some dots after, we can just add a few little dots, can't we? We can do what we want, it's our card. We can please ourselves. Right, I think that's going to be enough because I don't think you're going to see any more. Come down with a bit of this. That'll do. I think that'll look alright. It's just random, innit? So I think this one, how's about... Let's do some squares. That's a bit different. Can you hear my belly? So we don't normally use stencils this way, do we? I'm only going to go down as far as that one because I think, yeah, that'll be enough for it. Go that way. Let's put, so I'm trying not to touch them. Put a couple on front. You may not see them, I can't remember. I shall be back in a minute. Can't believe somebody asked for me. I've got to answer it on the live. Do a thing. Absolutely not. And I don't sing in the shower. I just fall out of the shower. That's how you get a broken wrist. I've just smudged all that now. Oopsie daisy. Let's just do some here. You don't have to do this. You can skip this bit, but I didn't want to skip it. I wanted it to have a bit on the base. Do you know what? We'll go in with it. Let's see what happens. So this one should be ready already. I'm going to go gold. I got out some blue and gold, but I'm going gold. So I'm going to put, I think this is going to be unicorn. I'm going to put gold on it. These are still the pieces that I got with the Gina K fuse. I might have even come near too early. I haven't set it with the heat gun. I think it had time to dry. Yeah, that's fine. Oh. See, I like it. It's just totally it's nothing. It's just random. I love it. I may put some more dots on it after. Right, let's put the unicorn on. See what I mean? That looks fine. And this time the unicorn's going to point that way. Dozy woman. I'm just using tape for a bit of speed. I had to make another sympathy card for a cat today. I hate it. I absolutely hate making sympathy cards of any kind. Absolutely hate it. Because we've cut with the knife, I like when you cut with the die and it's got like a curve on it. So I'm just gonna run around and it just flattens that so you can't tell it's been cut with a knife. That's perfect. So I'm going to stick that on there. Now this time, don't forget, unicorn's going that way. Right then, so what I need to do first, I need to know only to put it to there and only to put it to there. So rather than mark it, I do it with my nail normally, but I'm just going to put a little line there, a little line there, so it takes you to that crease. So I know it's going from there to there. Oh my word. I bet you all laugh when that happens, don't you? I don't think there's a video where it hasn't done it. I said I would cut him back because it costs a lot to do it this way, but sometimes it's just easier. Right, let's see if that's enough. Unicorn horn that way. Right at both sides. Level. Perfect. Can't remember which base we said for this one. I'll go this one. And now then, when you do this, for me, I'm going to put something here to make it stand up. So for me, you still do your writing here. That's how I would do it. I mean, you could write on your back, but it just wouldn't look right. So you just write with a darker pen. That's just me. You might want to do it differently. You might even want to, when you've put this in, I'll show you. When you've put this in, we know we're going to have something here. You might want to put just a little white panel there so you can write in it. But I don't want to, so. Right. I'm just going to put a couple of dots on the unicorn's horn. I'm not colouring the whole little squares in. I'm just putting a couple of dots so that it doesn't spread and you lose the black, if that makes sense. And I'm just putting some other dots. Just something random. I'm not doing out special. Not even counting the dots, don't know what I'm doing, just putting some on. I'll do a couple coming up from the and for now, I'm just going to leave it at that. Just let it dry a minute. So we're going to come back and put some colour in there. So I'm just going to move that one to the side. We're going to do the exact same thing. I'm going to go blue. Blue for the squares. Yep, I'm more than happy with that. It's just totally random. I like it when it's totally random because if it does go wrong, who knows? Who cares? You don't even care yourself then. Because we like to criticise ourselves, don't we? I need to stop pushing down. That's really hurting. And I think that's all of them covered. That will do. Right. They last forever, these bits, honestly. So again, I might as well stick that bit in first. Oh. I'm having a lot of good luck with these guns today, am I? Maybe I should have stopped at one card. There we go. We're on it. We're on it. Yeah, I'll stick it down first and then we'll do the bit of quickie glue. See, I 100%, maybe the unicorn you can give a kid, but I think the fairy, great for an adult. Isn't that just stunning? I love it. I like the squares, it looks alright. So I know it's going to sit there. Oh, I can see that mark, it proper went through. There and there. It also, actually, if you put the marks there, it helps you set it up after as well. That looks good. She doesn't look straight. Maybe I didn't have it straight. That looks good to me. So we'll put the... Now then, what do I do with these ones? What colour? Might just leave them ones. Just go for these bigger ones. Do the bit round edge. I think it just makes it stand out. Do one here. Into that. You just decide yourself where you think it's the best. Like I say, you might not even like that bit, so just leave it off. I like this style of card. I like to see it on a mantelpiece. It's pretty cool. I might put some glitter in that after. Let me just get this done. Going back to this one. And take the gold. Best thing about that is I can't remember where I've put it, so I'll just put the whole thing down. You'll get it. Ah, I love that gold round it. Just that little hint. I think I'm going to make this one gold on those bits that I've just put down. So while that one's drying, there, you see the not having to colour it all in, it looks better. I think that's lovely. So I'm just going to take some Inktense pencils. We've got fuchsia. We've got, is that green aquamarine? Aquamarine. Where's my yellow? No. I think I've dropped a pencil. I don't want to drop these. Well, I'll have to get another one out because I don't know where it is. I'm gutted. Oh no, put it back. Huh, it's here. So I'm getting these 3. Now, if you remember what I said about Inktense pencils, once you've activated them, if you don't work with it straight away, there is no going back. I mean, you can put another layer on top of it after, but once you've activated and start working with it, if you start talking and go back to move it again, it won't move. Job's done. But these are the most fantastic pencils I've ever worked with. Mine come in a lovely box and all. I'm not doing out special either, I'm just adding a little bit of colour to it. So you still have this beautiful colour around edge, but then you'll have a bit more intense actually through the hair. So you can see I'm not taking no care in it. So I'm going to bring in some pink into a bit of that yellow there, into there. So I'm trying to follow the colours that are in it. That's why I wanted to make sure there were more colour in it. And I'm going to chuck a little bits in and around. Right. And then a bit of blue. And you always work with your light colour first. But because we've got a few colours going on, I'm just going to have to work my way around it. A bit in there. And try and get a little bit down here. Right, I think that looks alright. Oh, that's pink. We'll go pink up front. Right, let's give it a go. So I'm using my Kuretake water pen. I told you I would trying these out to see if I could find a decent one. And I finally found one that doesn't squeeze too much out, or if you control it properly, that is. So I'm gonna work through the yellow. Look how different it is already. It's amazing. And that will mix in with that blue there. And that should be just blue. Perfect. Like I say again, you can miss this bit, but I just like the colour it gives. In with your lightest, up to your darkest. If you did it the other way and worked darkest first, you'd bring the dark in and you wouldn't be able to do anything with the light. Again, it'd be another one of those where job done. That's doing fine. Just keep wiping your pen off. Nice. Can you see how it's brightened it up? That's lovely together, that blue and green. Not blue and green. Red and pink and blue. There we go. Now, if you wanted it to be a bit more intense, let it dry. Only takes a couple of minutes. It's very quick. And then just go over it with a bit more colour. I love what it's done there. Look how much it's come out. I love that. I'll let that dry for a second and then we'll do the Winker Stella. Where's the gold? We're nearly done, guys. That was easy, wasn't it? Sort of. Now for these, I'm not going to put a lot down because I actually like what's underneath. So I'm just going to literally take yellow over this altogether. And the bottom one, I'm going to take very lightly, the blue. You'd be surprised how much you get when you do it so lightly. And then the pink. Like I say, I can always add a bit. That's not a problem. That'll be dry now. You could put some more on that now. So I'm going to go light first. Amazing. Look what it's done to that yellow that's already underneath it. Wow. I love that. Absolutely love it. Now onto the blue, green. I think I know when it's dry, I'm going to put some glossy accents on it. I think that'll just top it off. I was going to put some vellum over it, but I think the glossy accents will be lovely. There you go. Look at the difference in them. So right quick, we'll stamp the... This is what I had spare from when I was messing earlier. So I'm just going to take one of the stamp sets. And I'm going to take I'm going to take Enchanted and I'm going to take Magical. And I'm hoping that they're just going to stamp straight away. And then we're more or less done. If I get that close to edge, then I've only got to cut it close to edge then. Yes, that'll do. And Magical. I'll do that straight on bottom one. Perfect. Awesome stamps. Didn't even need my platform. I'll just put them to the side for now. Because I know you've been here a long time. I know you don't mind. We are going to use that. Right. I'm going to cut that as straight as I can. I'm going to cut some off bottom first. Oof. That was close. I'll cut it right to it. See if I can do the same for the top. Oh, wow. Well, we're going with it. It's a bit closer than I would like. Oh, that's awkward. So we'll have that. Take a little bit off this one as well. That's some good guessing there. I'll keep that because I'll use that again on another one. And from this, I'm going to cut enough to, hopefully that'll just fit underneath. Oh, look at that for a guess. Cool. And that one a bit thinner. Nope, that wasn't a good guess. Oh, I think it was. It was. Getting good at this. So I'm just going to put a bit of glue on the back. We are done now, promise. Doing this so that I have to use foam. Because obviously this is going to flatten down when you put it in post or what have you. And it worries me that it won't bounce back up for it to become a stopper. It's not going to be long enough, is it? It'll do. You'll need them couple of pieces on. I'd like to have gone round edge with something, but we need to get it down. So that'll go on here. You see, it depends how you want it to stand up. If I put that one to stand there, you could write something nice there. But I'm going to go with my normal about there. So I'll just let it sit a minute. That's what you do with scraps, innit? Can't believe how good that measured. Nope, that side's too big. Well, it looks like it's going to have a white border around it. Unless... just take that off a minute. That's better. And there, my dears, apart from the Wink of Stella, you could put all sorts down here. That is how you will have your cards. So they'll stand like that. But I'm going to go, but I'll just show you. What I will do. And because that's already set, you won't get any ink off that. Like I said, you can't redo out with it. So I'll go over all that really pretty and into swirls. But I will also do the pretty wings. I'll just colour this one, then you see what it looks like. So I'll do the wings so that they... and I will glossy accent them because they'll stand out fantastic. Right, guys, I'm going to go. I'll go and finish these off. I hope you like them. I love this idea of cards like that. It's not going to be easy to get a photo. Right, I'm going to go. I'm going to go and rest my little arm. And I'll catch you on the next one. I love you guys. Bye.